Hello Instagram. We are in the middle of back pain month at iMove, so you'll see most of our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok content is about back pain. I'll start with, if you or anyone you know has back pain, shoot us a DM or tag them and we'll give them a free initial consult that's 45 minutes and we'll tell them the truth about their back. So disc bulges, super common if you've had back pain. Maybe you haven't, your parents or grandparents have spoken about it. Maybe they've got an X-ray and MRI. Disc bulges, what we now know about disc bulges, really different to 5 or 10 years ago. G'day Jordan and Madeline. So 5 or 10 years ago, when you had a disc bulge, we thought that that was the one and only source of your pain. We also thought that that was permanent. There was also a stigma tied to it that you're going to have back pain for a long time. And that's not the case. We now know that because the studies around pain have evolved, but also a fascinating study where if you scan almost anyone's back over 40 years old, they have disc bulges. It's quite normal. Also, people who have never had pain before in their back or don't have regular pain have disc bulges. Flip that scenario, there are a lot of people who have pain in their back and they don't have any disc bulges. So we now know that, one, a disc bulge is not as scary as we thought. The evidence has changed. But two, disc bulges can heal, which is really cool. We found that in runners and people who consistently lift weights, the material inside the disc is more robust and there's more of it. So effectively your disc gets stronger, like muscles. So we can think about our discs in our back and our back in general like a muscle. Now, if you were to guard a muscle and just hold it tight like this all the time, it's going to get sore, it's going to get tired, and that's quite a good analogy for when people have back pain. We often guard and hold everything tight and we become stiff because we can't move because we're holding our muscles on. Back pain treatment has changed with this knowledge because now we're more encouraging of you to move many different ways with many different loads. We are still just as careful not to just deliberately flare you up. We're not going to come into the clinic and let's pick heavy stuff off the ground with a bent back. That's not a great approach, but we will encourage you to experiment and push into movements that maybe you hadn't been given before. And what we see is you get stronger, your back gets stronger, and you get stronger in a multitude of different ways. And then you don't hurt your back again doing something silly like picking up something off a dining table or putting some groceries away. If we can get you stronger in multiple planes, in multiple ways, in multiple movements, your envelope of function is more likely to increase. You're less likely to hurt your back doing that silly thing. So we're not just going to get you straight into the clinic and say, let's pick stuff up with a bent back, but at some point we will challenge you to do that. And the other thing is at some point, we might even push you into a little bit of pain. Because if we never push into that pain or that fear of our back, our envelope of function does get smaller and smaller and smaller. And we're more likely to be guarded and anxious and stiff, and we're more likely to hurt our back the next time we go to do something that we think is seemingly simple. So because of the knowledge we've gained and how the evidence has shifted around the assessment of backs and around a little bit less fear around something like a disc bulge, our treatment has changed. So if you or someone you know has back pain, send us a DM. We'd be happy to help. We're going to do a few free initial consults for you all, for anyone you or someone you know with back pain. It can be scary though. Back pain's super scary. Through my teens, I had a lot of back pain. I was a fast bowler in cricket, and my whole action got changed. The beliefs that I was set up with, there was something wrong with my back. And it wasn't until I studied physio, and probably not until the last 5 or 10 years when the evidence changed, that I realized, oh, my back isn't permanently broken. This stuff can get better. I can get it stronger. I can do deadlifts with a bent back. And that's actually the way to a bigger envelope of function and a healthier back and a healthier lifestyle. So these are the things that we want you guys to listen out for. If that sounds like you, like someone who was guarded, someone who's a bit stiff, someone who potentially is worried about your back, please shoot us a DM and get in touch. Thank you, Kurt.